was checking some work, but I finally have them. The worst of the worst.
Where?
Let's just say I put him in a hole and threw away the hole.
There's rumors, Amanda, that some of them have abilities.
Oh, yeah. I have seen things. Maybe Superman was some kind of beacon for them to creep back from the shadows. I want to assemble a task force of the most dangerous people on the planet who I think can do some good.
They're bad guys.
Exactly. And if anything goes wrong, we blame them. We have built-in deniability.
What makes you think you can control them?
Because getting people to act against their own self-interest is what I do for a living.
What they say about the crazy ones.
Huh?
I'm just gonna hurt you. Really, really bad.
Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. So Warner Brothers decided to release the Suicide Squad footage officially, so now we can do an actual breakdown. So let's go. Really, like, the thing everyone's talking about in this trailer is Jared Leto's Joker and the origin story for Harley Quinn. That looks like what's going on at the end of the trailer where he's torturing her. Really what the footage tells us is that this is going to be an origin story for the Suicide Squad, the first origin story, but in this universe, like, this takes place in the continuity of Batman v Superman. So this is way after Death in the Family. The Joker has already killed the Tim Drake Robin, and we're like way past that. So when Ben Affleck is in this movie, it will take place in the continuity after Batman v Superman, so expect his suit to look different. That's why he looks a little bit different in the trailer. The suit that he's wearing in Batman v Superman is the one that he hung up 20 years ago. And yes, Jared Leto's Joker will spill over into the other, like, Batman v Superman Justice League movies in some way. Unless something really crazy happens or like the movie bombs, he will be the Joker indefinitely. But yeah, this movie's gonna make a ton of money no matter what. On top of that, Suicide Squad is going to be a franchise itself, so expect like Suicide Squad 2 a couple years after this movie comes out. Really what I want to talk about is all the supporting characters, like Cara Delevingne as Enchantress. I feel like that's what's gonna make or break the movie. The movie isn't gonna be built like solely on Harley Quinn and the Joker. Originally, Tom Hardy was supposed to play Rick Flag. He had to drop out because of a scheduling conflict, so I think they changed the narrative of the film a little bit to focus more on Will Smith's character, just because he's like the biggest actor inside the Suicide Squad right now. So just expect him to get proportionately more story in the movie than the other characters. Like the big leads in this movie, Jared Leto, Will Smith, and then collectively the Suicide Squad as a team together. Batman is a very small part of it. The best example that I can give you of this movie, just in terms of story and the way it's going to feel, the way it's going to flow, is David Ayer's Sabotage done with better actors. That's really like a bad example to give because I didn't like that movie at all. But you get the idea. It's a bunch of misfits. Somebody inside the group is probably going to betray them at a certain point. You see how the narrative kind of feels a little bit similar to Sabotage. There will be no Suicide Squad story where one of the members of the group won't go rogue. The twist is always that it's not the character that you expect. Like, Harley Quinn will probably hate the shit out of the Joker in this movie, even though it seems like she has a total boner for him. Remember, these are all villains, but they're not the bad people in the movie. The most evil people will be Amanda Waller and the Joker. The whole point of the Suicide Squad is for you to sympathize with them even though they're really bad. Let's look at the slow-mo shot of them all together. So right now, like, my favorite supporting characters, just looking at them visually, because they don't have a lot of lines that I'm most excited about, are Enchantress, I'm a big Cara Delevingne fan, Killer Croc, King Shark, and Katana. Now you also have to remember that Hugo Strange is in this movie too. Like, he'll appear like in all these scenes where Harley Quinn is basically behind bars, like before she puts the makeup on. This looks like it happens after this Joker torture scene. I'm guessing that that's going to be in a flashback. I don't think she's going to become Harley Quinn in present day. Like, she'll have been Harley Quinn for a while. It's like that shot in Batman v Superman where Ben Affleck is looking at the graffitied Batman suit, like the one that the Joker marked up after he killed Robin. But like I said, Suicide Squad, big team, so don't expect everyone's flashback, like origin stories, to be as big as the others. Like Will Smith, probably going to get a big one. Harley Quinn and the Joker, going to get a huge one. Rick Flag, we'll see. Joel Kinnaman is the new Rick Flag. So because it's not Tom Hardy, we'll see. I'm wondering how much they changed the character. But I know a lot of you are asking about Suicide Squad comics and stories to read. I've already done a video about that where I make some recommendations, so I'll put a link in the description. Just to talk about the story a little bit, it's probably going to be fairly simple. Like, when you have this many characters, the story needs to remain relatively simple in order for the movie to not fall apart. I'm just expecting that they included a lot of Easter eggs from the comics and that they didn't adapt, like straight up adapt a comic book story. Zack Snyder said, like, they just made up the story for Batman v Superman in a room by themselves. Like, it had nothing to do with the comic. So I think it's the same deal with Suicide Squad. Really, I think like the biggest thing that this movie has to do is sell this guy here, sell Jared Leto's Joker performance, which is probably why he didn't come to Comic-Con. They didn't even intend to release this trailer, like they weren't going to do it until it leaked. So they probably weren't really going to start marketing this film till we got closer to Batman v Superman. Like they're probably going to dovetail with that. Just like if like 1 billion people go to see that movie, they want them to see a trailer for Suicide Squad 2. I don't want to give like a big thumbs up or thumbs down to Jared Leto's Joker yet, just because he's barely in this. But let me know what you guys think. You know, just based on this footage, and, you know, even if you haven't read Suicide Squad comics before, like, what do you think about this? I think it's going to be really weird, especially for people that have seen all the Christopher Nolan and like all the Michael Keaton, all the previous Batman films. But I do think it'll be fun. Okay, so whole bunch of trailer stuff coming in the next couple of days. I'm trying to get through everything. I was going to do a Deadpool video next, so I'll probably just do that next, and then I'll do Arrow Season 4. So there's a bunch of stuff to talk about. In case you haven't seen it, you can click here for my Flash Season 2 trailer breakdown, and you can click here for my Batman v Superman trailer breakdown. So lots of great footage. Just watch it like 10 times in a row on a loop. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tonight.